a Tuesday, which means we have a lot of fun traveling around the world. We're looking for malaria-free destinations that are also absolutely breathtaking to boot. Let's go to the Seychelles.
Now, there are, of course, many things to consider when traveling, especially when you have children. Have you packed all the right medication? Have you packed all the right toys to keep them busy? Are there enough books for the long road trip ahead? Now, we welcome back into studio Lauren from thetravelmanual.com for our second in our choice of malaria-free travel destinations. Good morning, Lauren. Great to have you back.
Thank you so much for having me. And my answer is there's never enough toys.
Never enough toys.
Yeah.
Always keep an extra box in the back. But just once again, to retouch the importance of considering the status of malaria in the area that you're traveling in. How important is that?
Well, for us with a 16-month-old, it's actually critical to whether we actually visit the destination or not. As an adult, I'm not sure if you've ever taken the prophylaxis. It often has quite hectic side effects. So, you know, we just haven't been ready to chance those side effects with our little boy, and we went with bite prevention. But so yeah, for this stage, at least until he's 5, I think it will make or break the decision whether we visit a destination or not. Yeah.
And so our next malaria-free destination that we've chosen is one of my favorites. I've had the privilege of traveling to the Seychelles once before in my life, and man, what a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Tell me more about your experience there and what it is that makes it such an attractive travel destination for you.
I think, first of all, it's only 5.5 hours flight from Joburg, which is amazing. You know, lots of tropical islands will take you 24 hours to reach, but this is quite close. And I think I've had my fair share of islands, and this one, it was mind-blowing. Just visiting the beaches with the massive boulders, that hug all the small beaches and plantations. I had to really, I was like, why does everything look so photoshopped to my real eye, not just looking on your camera. And I think it's got a great mix of for people who love water sports. It's got the supping, incredible diving, just the beaches if you're wanting to chill. And of course, as you go inland, it's just wild beauty. If you want to go zip lining, rock climbing, it's really got a great combination of everything that you...
Now, when I was there, I think I wish that I'd sharpened up a little bit more on my Creole, right? That they speak there. Yeah. But what are some of your top travel tips when going to the Seychelles? Okay,
so I'll narrow it down to 3 islands. So the mainland, Mahe, I'm sure you were there. I would say don't miss out on a Bovalon night market. So it's a wonderful market with stalls, music, good food from the locals. And then also I would say don't miss out on Port Launay, where you can do zip lining, stand-up paddleboarding. And then Pralin is the other island which I loved. It's a fairly big island, and this is where you can go to Antalazio, which is meant to be one of the top 6 beaches in the world, voted by TripAdvisor. And then La Digue completely blew my mind. It's the tiny island, there are no cars, so you rent a bicycle, or you can even hop on an ox cart and mission around because it's quite small, and I would say definitely get in the water there.
Yes,
just jump into that turquoise ocean.
You must.
Sure.
Zero filter required for that.
Oh, no.
And any last thoughts? I know that while I was there, one of the best things we did, for quite an affordable price, we were able to take a charter boat out into the ocean, do a bit of scuba diving, and then the guys also took us to a little island, little corner there where we had a seafood braai, and it was all sorts of crayfish and deliciousness going on there. But any last thoughts about traveling to the Seychelles?
Well, we don't need a visa, which is one epic thing for South Africans. We always rejoice with that. But you do need to save. It's not a cheap island, so you just need to be mindful when you go. Try and buy as much local kind of fruit from the stores as possible, some fish, that you can possibly make a plan with yourself just to try and save on costs. And it's super hot all year round. So just cover up and wear some sunblock and be in the ocean.
Absolutely. I was about to say, when I came back from those island vibes in the Seychelles, I was tan at least 3 tones darker than I am right now. But it was well worth it.
Totally
I can promise you that. Seychelles really looks like a postcard moment after moment after moment. And Lauren, once again, thank you very much for coming into the studio. Now, next week's destination is back on home soil, the beautiful Eastern Cape, and a corner of our country which should be on everyone's travel bucket list.